Songwriter Jim Collins has not only one, but 2 hit songs about tractors. Hey, it's country music, right? We're the songwriters. Hey y'all, I'm in Palm Coast, Florida today for the Palm Coast Songwriters Festival, and my good buddy Jim Collins is here.
How are you?
Man, you nailed it last night. Boy,
Thank
they were
you.
singing with you.
Yeah, they really were.
Yeah.
They were.
Big green tractor, we can go slow. Make it go faster, down through the woods, out to the pasture, on down with you.
I like having a choir in the background. It was great.
It was great. It was a great crowd here in Florida last night. It was awesome. Well, Jim, you have written a ton of hit songs.
Been very lucky.
You've had, what, a couple hundred songs recorded?
Yeah, I think it was a little over 200, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And you've had several number ones, several top 10s.
Yeah.
And how long have you been writing songs?
Well, you know, I've been writing my whole life, but I didn't really get too serious about it until after I moved to Nashville and started getting around, you know, these incredible, you know, creative people, and I came to Nashville to be an artist. I wanted to be you know, get up on stage and, you know, and kind of be the star of the show. But I started writing songs for myself, you know, trying to write something. When you're a new artist, in those days they didn't really encourage the artist necessarily to be the writer of the song. They just wanted to get a great song. But when you're a new artist, you're not getting pitched the same song as they're pitching Tim McGraw, and you know, because they're selling gazillions of records, and you're new. And so I started writing songs trying to beat what I was getting pitched, and a couple of you know, like bigger artists started hearing my songs and calling me and asking if they could have them, and it just seemed to be the thing that was working the best, you know. So that's what I did.
Well, that's good. Well, you've had quite a career.
I've been lucky.
And you've written a couple tractor songs that's keeping us firmly in the country genre.
Well,
with tractor songs.
I was raised on a dairy farm, and so somebody told me when I first came to town, write what you know.
Yeah,
and so I was a big fan of Dennis Lindy, and Dennis Lindy wrote a lot of like quirky kind of songs.
Yeah.
And, you know, he wrote like Queen of My Double Wide Trailer, and
he wrote
John Deere Green,
and
Hunk of Burning Love, and all these quirky songs. And so I was kind of going through a kind of a Dennis Lindy phase, and what I always loved about him is his songs his ideas were incredibly original. They didn't, you know, there was only one, you know, John Deere Green. There was only one, you know, hit Janie Baker's Love Slave. He wrote that, you know.
Or like Goodbye Earl.
Yeah, Goodbye Earl.
That song.
My favorite one was he had a song called Praise the Lord and Pass the Copperhead.
Yeah.
You know? So he's had some pretty quirky songs.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was writing with Paul Overstreet one day, and we were just kidding around actually, and he was telling me about his tractor had broke down, and he had to go get a part for his tractor, and his wife asked him if she could just ride along to the John Deere place to just get out of the house, I guess.
Yeah.
And he said, "Man, I don't know what got into her." He said, but on the way home, she snuggled over next to me. She was kissing me on the neck, almost wrecked my truck.
Wow.
And I said, well, maybe she thought your tractor was sexy. And so we wound up writing, She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy. As a joke, we wrote it in about 45 minutes, never dreaming anybody would ever hear that. And then one day, Paul was in a pitch meeting, and when he was kind of striking out, he'd played 4 or 5 songs for Kenny Chesney, and he passed on everything. And at the very last minute, he said, let me play you one more little fun thing. And he played him that one, and Kenny liked it, and he cut it. And it was just one of those things. It was like Achy Breaky Heart or something. Where it was just one of those that just exploded.
Yeah.
And so then flash forward, you know, 15 or 16 years later, and I was riding with David Lee Murphy one day, and he came into my office and he said, hey man, you wouldn't be interested in writing another one of those tractor songs, would you? And I was kind of hesitated at first.
Right.
I was like, man, I don't know if the world's ready for another tractor song at this point. But he eventually talked me into it, and we wrote Big Green Tractor that was a big hit on Jason Aldean.
That was great. I love that song.
Thank you.
I think one of my favorite lines in that song is about where she pulls up and you tell the dog, y'all get down.
Yeah.
I mean, that's real.
It's real. When I was, like I say, I grew up on a dairy farm, and we had about 6 or 7 dogs.
Yeah.
And I just remembered that, you know, when somebody would come to our house, you know, the dogs would just surround their car, and nobody would, they were always afraid to get out of the car, you know, and so the dogs are jumping up on the, you know, and so that was the kind of image that I had, you know, and you know, we had put it in the song, and it's totally real if you you know, what do they say? You know you're a redneck if the porch collapses and kills more than 3 dogs, you know? That's kind of the way it was.
Might have happened at the Collins household once or twice back in the day.
She had a shiny little Beamer with a rack top down, sitting in the drive, but she wouldn't get out. Dogs are all barking and wagging around. I just laughed and said, y'all get down. She had on a new dress and she curled her hair. She was looking too good not to go somewhere. I said, what you wanna do, baby? I don't care. We can go to the show or we can stay right here, and I can take you for a ride on my big green tractor. We can go slow, make it go faster, down through the woods, out to the pasture. As long as I'm with you, it really don't matter. Climb up in my lap, drive if you want to. Girl, you know you got me to hold on to. We can go to town, but baby, if you'd rather, I'll take you for a ride on my big green tractor. I said, we can fire it up and I can show you around. We'll sit up on a hill and watch the sun go down. When the fireflies are dancing and the moon comes out, we can turn on the lights, head back to the house, so we can take another ride on my big green tractor. We can go slow, make it go faster, down through the woods, out to the pasture. Long as I'm with you, it really don't matter. Climb up in my lap, drive if you want to. Girl, you know you got me to hold on to. We can go to town, baby, if you'd rather, I'll take you for a ride on my big green tractor. You just let me dust off the seat. Now put your pretty little arms around me. You can climb up in my lap, drive if you want to. Girl, you know you got me to hold on to. We can go to town, but baby, if you'd rather, I'll take you for a ride on my big green tractor. Oh yeah. We can go to town, or we can go another round on my big green tractor. Ooh, on my big green tractor.
Jim Collins, Big Green Tractor, recorded by Jason Aldean, a great big huge hit. Be sure to hit the like button below and subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment below. Let me know what's your favorite Jason Aldean song, or what's your favorite tractor song. If you want to learn more about songwriting and taking your songs to the next level, then be sure to visit my website, thomshepherd.com, and we'll see you next time. We're the song